Hey, what the fuck?
www.usforlife.com, motherfucker.
You motherfuckers. Throw them Grady's up, man. This is episode 363 of the Murder Master Music Show, and I tell you what, man, we're having a legendary artist on tonight, Murder One of the South Park Coalition. For those of you that don't know, South Park Coalition is having the 30th anniversary coming up this year, right around when we're having our 5th anniversary. And these guys got 25 years on us. You know what I'm saying? But they've been killing it, man. And we've been having a lot of them on the show lately, so I want to salute those South Park Coalition, all the SPC, K-Rino, Klondike Cat, Gangsta Nip, man, Justice of Laws. I mean, so many different people, Dopey and the Terrorist. Shout out to everybody in the South Park Coalition. Tomorrow night we have legendary Memphis producer, artist, DJ Zerk. Want to shout out the homegirl Princess Anne Cree, you know what I'm saying, for all the promotion. We appreciate you. Shout out to Zerk. Shout out to DJ Cree, man. I'll tell you what, it's going down. It's really going down. We got a lot of shows. Next week we're killing them. Speaking of DJ Cree, he's going to be on a show actually next Wednesday, the 1st of March, with, you know what I'm saying, followed by the homie TC. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be crazy, man. I'm telling you. Next week is going to be ridiculous. This week was ridiculous. We had a little flip. Who else? We have Rampage. You know what I'm saying? Man, we're getting a lot of people from different regions in the archive, and it's a beautiful thing. I'm telling you what.
Ice Water Slaughter, too, man.
Ice Water Slaughter. Houston has been, Houston, Texas has been huge for the archive. You know what I'm saying? We've been adding people in from Houston all over the place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they've been huge for hip-hop.
Houston, yeah, them dudes are trendsetters for sure. You can't really deny what they've brought to the game. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, you know what I'm saying, definitely shout out to Houston, Texas, everybody over there repping. We still got a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, we need to interview over there. Shout out to Mike B., legendary platinum producer Mike B., Trinity Garden Cartel. I want everybody to know we had Trinity Garden on the show before, but we didn't have D on the show. That's coming. I got all their contact info. Thanks to homie Mike B. We're going to have Trinity Garden Cartel back on the show with all of them. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be a good show. Man, next week, man, we're killing it from all angles, man. We're starting it off with Ricky B. from New Orleans, followed by the homie D-Tag, part of the Dead Click. For those of you who don't know what the Dead Click is, that's going to be like the next hot group. I'm telling you guys, it's nothing but talent. I'm not just saying it because it's coming out the UGS camp. These guys are sick. You got Scratch LDP, you got Jack Boy D-Pain, and you got D-Tag. And you got this group called Dead Click. Production is unfucking believable, and lyrics out of this world. Be on the lookout for that. Man, I got that fire. That's why I'm talking. Tuesday night, we got the homie OG Ron C. Thanks to Pittsburgh Patrick. He's going out there and doing his thing, man. That's going to be a good show right there. Another Texas legend to be able to add to the archive.
Yeah, shout out to OG Ron C. and Nikki, his publicist, man. Good people, man. Real easy to work with. They was down from the minute I hit them up, so shout out to both of them.
That's what I'm talking about. Then on the 2nd, you know what I'm saying, we're going to kill him. We're going to bring in Crooked Eye of Slaughterhouse, you know what I'm saying, another lyrical heat seeker right there. You know, man, the only thing we ain't got a show booked for Friday, but that's coming next Friday. You know what I'm saying, we're going to have something booked on the 3rd. So just be ready. I'm telling you guys, just be ready. We haven't stopped doing shows since the 6th of January. We've been knocking them out every single night. You know what I'm saying? Episode 40, congratulations to Mac J, Velvet Rose. Episode 40 of Underground Saturday Night this Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Man, we're just killing it. I'll tell you what, while we're waiting for Murder One, I want to play one of these joints that he sent me. This one here, this is South Parker. Check this out. You know, we'll be back, man. We'll be back, and we'll have Murder One with us, so don't go nowhere. We're back, episode 363, Murder Master Music. So we'll bring on my co-host, Mac J. Let's bring on the panel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit was wrong, man.
For Brandon, you know what I'm saying? The homie,
Yo.
Let's bring on our guest, man, the man of the hour himself, Murder One on the Murder Master Music Show. What's up, Murder One?
Yo, what's up, fam? What's going on?
Man,
Murder One.
yeah, it's a huge honor to have you on the show. Man, you guys are getting ready to celebrate something very, very big. 30-year anniversary, you know what I'm saying, for the South Park Coalition. Murder One, at what point in time did you get introduced to the South Park Coalition?
Well, I kind of got in when it really just started, I got in around 86.
Wow. And this was, did you go to the same high school as K-Rino, or did you go to Jones?
I went to Jones, me, myself, Gangsta Nip, and Klondike Cat, and rest in peace, AC Chill. We came from Jones. K came from Sterling.
And, you know what I'm saying, from there, were you an MC already at that time, or?
Oh, yeah, at that time, I was doing whatever, and you got to think of that era, that's like 83, something like that, 84. That was from the era with DJs and beatboxers and whatever you done to the music, you was part of, and I did whatever was part of the music, the culture of it.
Yeah, and you were there with the right people too. I mean, some of the best of the best. I really think, and we've had this conversation before with my people on the line. I really think a lot of people are scared to death of the South Park Coalition in the music industry. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys are vicious lyricists. And I think that there's a reason why you guys have been slept on. Do you guys kind of feel that you've been slept on?
Well, I wouldn't be slept. I wouldn't say the word slept on because we wouldn't be here 30 years if we slept on. I think we don't gotta just do because who we are and who we don't bow down to the industry standard. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we wanted to progress in. We didn't have to get a yes sir, a yes ma'am to do it. We just went ahead and did it.
Yeah. Freedom to do what you guys want. And that's one of the things I've always respected about you guys. That's what I'm talking about. Can we reflect a little bit on Gangsta Nip? I wanted to ask you about him because he's been doing the horrorcore stuff for years, man. What were his rhymes like in the 80s that you can recall?
Well, even with myself, we all had a different identity. We were mostly who we are today, but we had a little curve to it, because back in the 80s, we couldn't just sit here. Well, let me rephrase that. Back in the 80s, there was more lyrical content, which we still have today. But, as you got older, you had to find your niche, and that was Nip niche. Nip was hardcore then, but he was more lyrical as an aspect to the game.
Yeah. That stuff, I mean, when you guys were first hearing his lyrics, like as far as the brutality in it, there was nothing out there like that at that time. You know what I'm saying? Was the first time you heard him rap like that? What was your reaction, if you can recall, Murder One?
Man, first of all, we kind of go real deep, so my thinking wasn't really too much crazy about it. I was amazed of it because coming in, Klondike Cat and Nip was a group. So you got a group like that, it's already something to think about. And then when you start, doing this hardcore thing and nobody else doing it, you try to say who's going to accept it, because who drank a 40 holy water, just stuff like that.
That's crazy. Yeah, when I first heard it as a fan, obviously I was like, wow, this is fucking nuts, but it's genius. You know what I'm saying? He took the horror movie thing and put it into the rhymes to where it was just like you were listening to a horror movie. Like you could almost visualize like you listen to some of his songs now, like The Landlord and stuff like that. I told him before, it's like, man, I could see a movie out of this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
The guy's a genius. The guy's a genius. But yeah, everybody in the South Park Coalition, you guys all, the lyrics are very, very important, you guys. And it's a good thing because nowadays, Murder One, you see a lot of these guys, and they're just mumbling. They're not even talking. You know what I'm saying? Being a dope lyricist and being around a bunch of elite lyricists, you know what I'm saying, like yourself, how does that make you feel to see the way the game is going, you know what I'm saying, the direction it's going in?
Well, I'm kind of glad I came in when I did back in the 80s because we were grown to be what we are today. We beat ourselves into competition. No, it was a competition thing with everything we did. Even though before we was SPC, we was rivalries. We battled each other. So we kind of groomed ourselves to now. It's the substance that's just terrible, and they just accepting. The industry door is open, and the industry is like what they pass down, and you come there with your mouth ready. That's basically how the industry is now.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's crazy. It's crazy the way it is.
Yeah.
But you, you know what I'm saying, you've been putting out music yourself for a very long time, and you got that longevity, you know what I'm saying, and it's good that you guys, all you guys do, you're still putting out music, man. What can we look forward to from Murder One in the future? You got anything on deck?
Well, the future is always something surprising with Murder One, man. I don't think I even dropped a notch down because I always think something different, something better to do. Because as of right now, I have a compilation I'm putting together called Your Favorite Rapper, and it's a compilation of all the original SPC members. From 20 Life, from Sex Fiend, from K-Rino. I got songs that boys haven't even heard, they artists back in then that haven't really dropped CDs that I have on this project. And then I have my solo project, Game artists, give them all experiences. And I took that title from one of K-Rino songs and put that gumbo together of my 30 plus years in this game. So for us to say that is only get better.
Yeah. Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Who were some of your earlier influences, though, when you were growing up? You were talking about the golden era, the early 80s. Who was you bumping back then?
Man, it's like a repeated thing, let's say the first person everybody gonna holler, Sugar Hill Gang, Grandmaster Flash, The Message, Tila Rock, in the 80s, Run DMC and LL, Fat Boys, stuff like that. Then it got that late 90s, that Public Enemy, KRS-One, Rakim, and I listen to them right today. Yeah. You definitely, like I said, the lyrics that you guys have, they're always top notch, man, and I salute y'all on that. I'll tell you what. Why don't we go to a break, play a song, and then we'll come back and chop it up a little bit. We just played South Parker. Why don't we go with Set 'Em Straight? Why don't you intro this one for us, homie? Yo, this is Murder One, and this is my favorite song, Set 'Em Straight, produced by K-Rino.
Man, now K-Rino produced that track.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, K-Rino produced that.
Shout out to K-Rino, man. A man of many, many talents, to say the least.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Just dropped 7 albums. Never been done in any genre of music, man. When he first told you, hey, man, I'm going to drop 7 albums, what were your thoughts?
K got a plan.
Yeah.
What K speaks, basically you already know. He thought about it before he just put it out there like that, and he came up with something that no one ever did, and
and it's not just a CD that a regular CD. It's a CD where when I got all the original 7 CDs, I'm like, I'm gonna listen to them. I listen to music constantly, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go through this here in probably a day or two. See, when you get past the second one, you start back over to the first one because you trying to figure out, man, where are you coming up with these concepts?
Yeah, you gotta. You're right. You gotta listen to that over again because you think you might have missed something. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
That dude is he's a genius. He's a genius. That's the only way to describe him. You know, and shout out to him for being able to do that. And in the industry where no one has ever even done more than I think 3 or 4 albums, and that's all genres of music. So that's amazing.
Right. Yeah, well, he did his homework.
7 solid projects too. You know.
Yes, definitely, bro. 7. And like I said, he did his homework because he looked it up in the Guinness Book of Records. Only one cat ever did it, and he did 4 CDs. So K topped him with 3. He said, "Okay, you got 4. Let me give you 7." And so if he's not in the Guinness Book of World Records, we still working on it. I haven't talked to him to see how they put it in yet, but he just broke history.
Oh yeah. Yeah, whenever he was on the show, I looked it up, and I found something that E40 was to release 4 albums on one day. I'm not sure if that ever happened, but I know he planned on doing that. And then there was like a rock and roll group that did 4 albums on one day. Nobody's ever done 7 in one day.
Yeah, well, in the book, like I say, in the book is one group that's in paper, that's is written in stone that did. E40 probably did. We never know. I guess even with the 4 who was already in the book.
Definitely, man. I was actually having a conversation earlier with somebody, and we were talking about K-Rino, and they were talking about how it just seems like he just keeps getting better with age. And I said, man, the whole SPC does. Everything I hear coming out of SPC, it just, you guys just continue to get better. And what I wanted to ask you is, when you're writing or when you're recording, do you guys do it all together? Or do you guys just record verses and, send them to each other or what? I was just wondering what the process is. Do you guys feed off of each other?
Well, it depends from the past to now. In the past, it was only right that everybody had to get in one room, and you didn't hear nobody's verse. But when it was your time to hit that mic, you don't know K came before you, Cat came before you, so it was competitive just doing the songs. Then now, the technology is so easy. You can send the song to the person. But for the most part, we're inside touching each other's hands. We bless the same mic when someone's finished. But for the most part, sometimes we do send them. It depends on the situation, how busy the next person is.
Yeah, that's one thing I always appreciated about you guys, man, is you never heard no drama bullshit within you guys. You know what I mean? You guys always stayed loyal to each other. And always jumped on each other's projects and stuff and promoted each other, man. So salute to you guys, man, for 30 years.
I appreciate it.
Except the Rolling Stones or some shit.
Well, like family, we had our ups and downs, but we didn't put it into the public and know nothing about it. We took care of that before it even got out.
Yeah, that's natural, man. You know what I mean? That's unheard of, though. 30 years in this game, man. Staying loyal to each other, man. You always hear about groups breaking up, fighting with each other, and making diss records to each other and shit. You know what I mean? So that's an achievement in itself. 3 decades.
Yeah, we all had common ground. We all knew when we got an SPC what it meant to be in a clique of people that you respected. Because we wouldn't just, okay, let's get in this group, man, and we'll start a group. No, we was a family before the group even started.
Yeah, I can tell that, man, because we had Gangsta Nip on. He's been on many times. And, like, you can just hear it in him when he talks about you guys, man. Like, you guys, like, really do love each other, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys are real fans. You know what I mean? It ain't no fake, like, just shouting everybody out. Like, you can hear it in him and K-Rino, everybody, man. You guys, like, truly stick together.
Hey, the struggle real. The struggle real. We struggled together and we came up together, bro. You know, we stayed at each other's house. It's a respect thing. It was a family thing because if I didn't have it, you didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? You had it and I had it, we got it. So that's the way we came in. But at the same time, the whole common ground was the passion and love for the respect what we brought to the table. So, you know, as a family, it's just like getting married. You're gonna have to know that person, and next thing you know, okay, we can just get married. And then next thing you know, you're 20, 30 years deep.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, that's an amazing feat right there, man. Amazing. We got a caller. I'm going to bring him on the line. This is Lord Sinister out of France. What's up, Sin? You got a question for Murder One?
What's up, Scott? What's up, McJ? What's up, Brandon? What's up, Murder One? Yes. Tell about the deep track together you did on the album, Game. You shoot out Chuck D also at the end of the track. Can you tell us about Together track?
Oh yeah. I shout out Chuck D because, like I said, that's one of my favorite artists right today. And I have many times to sit down with Chuck when he came to town, you know, and he gave us knowledge. You know, he gave us what books to go read to stay in the industry. And not just that, you know, I gravitate to his music. So I don't just listen to music. I listen to content that's what's making me better and my people better the next day. And so when I talk to Chuck, you know, even one of his songs was like, you know, you can get around people and they don't fit you. They keep you in negative situations. So he said you can't change the people around you. You change the people around
you. Yeah. Also, but the track for the haters is Gangsta Nip, K-Rino, rest in peace, AC Chill. Can you tell us about this track, the Haters Part 1? It's on our Retro for Turks album.
Oh, what? Oh, off the Terrors album. What song was it? What is it? It was again.
For the Haters Part 1.
Oh, for the haters.
Gangsta Nip. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that you going back from Rhythm of Thugs CD. That's what that basically what it was, man. You know, some. Well, I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. Our lyrics is direct, and everything you heard was basically direct to someone. Even the names was called. And some for the hater was something that, you know, here we are. You don't like it. This is for you. And then, you know, so at that time, some people, boys had beef between certain people. Actually, the radio station. You know, we had at that time we had things going on with the radio stations, and you know, from DVX and K-Rino, you know, RPAC, they went straight at them. You know, they went right after their throat because we didn't get no radio play anyway. We made it through the underground, so we didn't care about the radio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's real talk. That's real talk. You know, because the radio. You know, these DJs, they're all on this payola and all this crap. I've seen guys take, I'm sure you heard stories like this yourself or maybe even seen it, but I've seen guys blow an entire budget on some worthless DJ for just a few spins when they could have used that money to tour or promo material or whatever the case may be. You know, that's a big problem in the industry too, is those fuck-ass DJs, man.
Well, you know, I was a DJ coming in the game, so I know the benefits of being a DJ. But at the same time, you know, in our era, most artists came out on their label, so they didn't know how to use promotion themselves because the only thing they had to do was go to the show and perform, or go to the record store and sign autographs. You know what? We came in. We got to learn. We didn't have no managers. We never had managers in our life. We did everything according to reading and looking and being around things Well, we had the power where the radio couldn't tell us nothing because everybody in our city had to go through the radio. And the ones who didn't go through the radio is not here with us no more because it got to the point where they want to kill someone. You know, at the same time, we sit here, we students. SPC is basically everybody in SPC is students. We sit here and analyze, okay, I need to put this project out. They doing 50,000 on CD. We get with Dopey or the Terrors. We had our own producers. We go to their house to record. We recorded free. You know, we had one producer that produced everybody in the clique in the early 80s and early 90s. And so we had our producers. We had everything we need. Only thing we needed the hustle. And we all had hustle for coming in through the music game where we didn't need that. So the radio right today is scared of power. And we're very powerful.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. You guys, I think K-Rino in the song SPC, which just came out off of the Big Seven, he was talking about over 200-plus albums combined. I mean, that's just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Crazy.
Yeah.
And if you want to get some
bro.
of those albums, I mean, obviously you guys got a lot of stuff online, but if some of those albums, the ones that are not in print anymore, I mean, they go for astronomical amounts of money on eBay and Amazon and stuff like that. I mean, you guys, those are actually collector's items. Did you ever think that someday your CD would sell for a couple $100? Well, I mean, that's amazing.
It is, because me and Nip sit back, and when we first noticed, they were selling one of Nip CDs for $500. You know, I go look, mine's $100 or something to it. It was real freaky. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. Yeah. Like you're at a club about to close, and you sit here and say, "Oh man, I'm single. I need to go home with somebody." And your eyes get wide open because you found that pride. And you know, it's just amazing that people respect us that way from the underground.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. That's and if you want to get K-Rino's discography, forget about it, dude. There's no telling how many albums he has out. I mean, if you think about it, on one day he dropped your average rapper's discography. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Okay, there's all the Run DMC albums, all the Two Live Crew albums, both of the NWA albums and the Public Enemy albums. I mean, it's fucking nuts. But that's huge for hip hop. I'm gonna tell you what, Murder One. Let's go to this another track right here, PSA. Man, tell us about this one.
PSA is basically a public service announcement. When I did that song, sometimes you sit around, boy, it's like, hey, man, some people think you're not there no more. So PSA is just a public service announcement, letting them know, hey, I still do what I do. And don't you come play with me, because something can't happen.
Yeah, most definitely. You heard that, listeners. You know what I'm saying? Murder One's a good dude, but don't fuck with him. We'll be right back.
That's
right.
Appreciate that,
man.
bro.
And the music is fire, man. It's you know what I'm saying? It's not lacking anything. You know, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
We appreciate you sending us this dope music, man. What if cats want to get at you for features or shows or anything like that? What's the best way they can reach you?
Well, we for one week we have a website. That's www.coalition.net. Murder One on Facebook. It's spelled different because they feared the name. So it's Murder One on MERDAWONN. That's MERDAWONN on Facebook. I'm on Twitter, SPC Murder. I'm sorry, Twitter Murder One SPC 86. Instagram SPC Murder One 86. Features, you can hit me on Facebook. You can hit me on our site. You know what I'm saying? I'm anywhere. There's some way of promoting them there. You can just hit me, and we'll make it happen. We ain't trying to rip boys off. I just respect when a lot of people come at you, but you got to respect what you're asking for and be willing to give. You know, this is not just something we want to do. It's our family eats off of this. So, you know, don't just come up, man, you know, I've been a fan of yours, man, and you just jump on here, man, and, you know, and you haven't put out one CD, and that's your homeboy got it.
Yeah. Part of one. I'm sorry, Perez, my bad.
No, it's all good. But
we were speaking on the history of Houston and everything, man. And first, I want to say, like, man, it really is an honor to talk to you, man, for real.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all giving me the time of the day, you know, to do this.
Yes, sir, man. It really is an honor, man. Unfortunately, man, like Houston, they've lost a lot of people when it comes to this hip hop game, man. Recently, we lost 3-2. And, of course, you know, with people like DJ Screw and everybody, I was wondering if you could reflect on 3-2 and maybe DJ Screw as well. Also, rest in peace to AC Chill. Reflect on them and their impact on you as an artist or as a person.
Well, of course, because like I said, you know, most artists in Houston, we're family, you know, especially we all from the South Side. So, you know, we family. I'm going to go with, AC Chill first. You know, at the time AC was doing his thing, we didn't have social media. So a lot of artists, well, a lot of people that's fans of us, if you ain't true fans, you just hear us shout out AC, or you have the older CDs, you know AC. So AC is like a brother to us. He's one of the coldest lyricists that he didn't get his just due because we didn't have social media to post pictures about him. You know, he did maybe one CD, but he featured on everybody's stuff in Houston. You know, South Park Mexican and stuff. I mean, SPC, he did a lot of stuff. So, you know, it's for SPC. Well, we still put his name on. We celebrate his death, you know, his birthdays. And he got kids here. So, you know, of course, we have family of that. Then just go to Screw. You know, I have a short story on Screw. We sit in front of the Screw shop. And I guess sometimes I procrastinate. You know, we sat there. I working on Rhythm and Thug, and I asked Screw, you know, man, you know what we do? He said, I'm screwed for your murder, and I'm the type like, you know, your word is bond, but at the same time, you never know when death comes. And at that time, when he said it, I waited, and then later on, he was dead. I didn't get a chance to work with Screw, so you know that was. You know, made me feel bad because the respect I have for him is just an honor to have him just done something for me. It was just one song. And 3-2 itself, it's hands down on 3-2. 3-2 is a man of many talents. Also in the music game, he had so many different styles. Well, you had to respect. You got to think it wouldn't be no Snoop saying Big Baby without 3-2. You know, he took that from 3-2. 3-2 at that time, he was in a group called the Conflicts. And Jaden saying, you know, 3 of them down there to Dr. Dre to produce the album. Snoop wasn't even out yet. And if you listen to that Chronic album, 3-2 is on the. You look and read some of the credits. 3-2 is talking under some of Dre's songs, and that's when he was doing the Big Baby, just the Big Baby. So Snoop took it and ran with it. So you know they're gonna be really missed because they brought a lot to hip hop here. And, you know, like I said, I say it's about AC. He didn't have his chance for people to visualize and see who he was. And that's the only thing that I hate on the AC part, but everybody is well missed and with brothers there.
I didn't want to leave out Wicked Cricket, man. Could you reflect on the rest of the Wicked Cricket, man?
Oh, man, that's hands down, man. You know, Cricket going to be missed forever. You know, Cricket is like a foundation of us, because when I first met Cricket, you know, we thought me, Nip, and Cat and ACT, you know, we thought we running things, you know, in back early 80s, and Cricket come to our school, you know, jury down and this and that, and he had our pep rally, you know, and he come to turn our pep rally out. We trying to figure out who is this dude, and after that, man, we just developed a relationship, and, you know, Cricket gave me my first show with NWA. You know, NWA came down here in, I think, in 89, 90, 91, something like that. And they didn't have an opening act, and Crick was the host. And for just that, Cricket came straight to me and like, hey man, they don't have no opening act. What do you want to do? Say no more, So he gave us a lot of platform from the local, from the mainstream to the local, where he always said it when he was living. Only certain people gave him his respect, and he helped a lot of people.
Yeah. So you got to open up for NWA, man.
Oh yeah, man. If I sit here and just run down before that, that's like I said, I got with the Public Enemies, shit, man, Run DMC, Salt and Pepper, Danny Dane, man, UTFO. I just name them. Around that era, I was opening act for them.
Wow, that's amazing, man. Yes, definitely rest in peace to everybody that lost, man. Everybody, the Texas period, man, Pimp C, everybody, man. So thanks a lot for sharing. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, no problem, man. Them brothers, like I said, all them brothers are gonna be missed in a certain way, man. You got to think, 3-2. He didn't even know what organization he was in. He was SPC, SUC. Rap a lot, he was just he gave so much to the music game. He was so like Cricket. Cricket was one of them guys, man. You can go to the club and a fight jump out. Cricket get right in front of that fight, and everybody's going back normal what they're doing. He brought peace everywhere he went.
Man, wow. Yeah, real deep track about him on the 7 albums too. You know what I'm saying? Remember Your Name, I think it is. Man, Houston.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that's what's great about the artists in Houston, man. For as many people that have passed away, the artists that are still doing stuff, man. They keep those people alive, man. Yeah, they keep those people alive, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm all the way up in Pittsburgh, and I know who Wicked Cricket is. You know what I mean? And that's because of those artists, you know what I'm saying? So you guys do a great job of keeping those people alive and paying homage to them and giving them their respect, man. So salute to all you guys, man.
Yeah, it's all the time. It's like I say, this is something. It's more than just music. You know what I'm saying? If when you chisel a sculpture, you have to put a Cricket face in it, a 3-2 face, a screw face, a Pimp C. And this is on a music level. We have family members that did things that, were part of music that no one knows because they wouldn't put out there to be seen like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and like you said earlier, I mean, you guys are all real brothers, man. That's such a rare thing. You know what I'm saying? Not just in hip hop, but in life. 30 years, man. Congratulations, dude. That's just amazing. Like K-Rino said, one of the first clicks out the South, or the first click out the South, and still going strong, still doing it.
Oh yeah, I mean, we did a show in Austin some years back, man, and Raekwon was there from Wu-Tang, and we had just got off the stage, and man, the fans ran to, actually, Raekwon was over there where we was. And he was talking to the terrorists, Dope the terrorists. They were bonding, doing their thing. And, man, that's the fans like, man, that is the Houston Wu-Tang right there. South Park Coalition, Houston Wu-Tang. And Raekwon like, wow, which a lot of these cats, believe it or not, a lot of these cats all over the world knew SPC. They just didn't know or face the SPC because we're so underground.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
The Houston Wu-Tang, man. There's a million of y'all, man, and all y'all are dope. You know what I mean? I don't think I've heard any
New York SPC, or a small version of the New York SPC.
That's real.
You guys span the globe, and it's amazing that it's grown out of your neighborhood, outside of South Park, Houston, Texas, all over the world. You got people that are SPC members that maybe not even set foot on South Park soil yet, That's amazing,
What?
man. That's got to make you guys feel good.
Well, just like that song just went out, PSA. You know, my boy Black Forest, I think from Belgium, not Belgium, I think somewhere overseas, he produced that track. So you know, it's well respected all over the country. You know, all over.
Yeah, Nip is working with the homie D-Tag out of the Netherlands, killing shit. You know, with Brother Nip and Gangsta Nip tracks. It's beautiful to be able to make those types of bridges and connections. I tell you what, we got another track, Murder One, but before we play this, if you can, man, plug all your social media again. But before you do, when's the album coming out again? Because I want to make sure people go out and cop that.
Okay. Well, actually, I just dropped the album. I got a group called Hood Element, you know, and we just dropped Hood Element Reloaded. That's a newer thing. But I have a compilation of all the original SPC members, some songs from AC. I got a big surprise on some stuff from Wicked Cricket that no one ever heard that's going to be on now, and that's called Your Rapper's Favorite Rapper. And I'm giving in the next month or so that I'm going to drop that. And then I also have, you know, like I said, my CD Game, giving all my experiences. That's going to be probably midsummer. I just did a song with Charlie Boy, me and Pow Wow. We've been talking. So I'm going to bring a different flavor to it. It's still going to be me, but it's going to be more youth on it, you know, that who came up on us. But on my social media, man, you can get me on Facebook. That's Murder One, MERDAWONN. That's Murder One. You can hit me on Twitter, Murder One SPC 86. You can hit me on Instagram, SPC Murder One 86.
That guitar is sick as hell.
Oh, really?
And you guys, I noticed that Nip is the same way, man. You guys always have some great guitar licks in some of the tracks. You know what I'm saying? So for those of you out there that like that you know, guitar, I mean, wow. And Ice Mike, man, okay. For those that don't know, Ice Mike is the producer of Nasty Bitch by Bust Down, which is a classic album, you know what I'm saying, West Bank, New Orleans. How long have you been working with Ice Mike?
Man, ever since he moved to Houston. So that was like, I want to say late 90s, early 80s.
Wow. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. And I always wondered, you know, whatever happened to Bust Down? Why didn't he put out another album? You know what I'm saying? I thought that was a classic in itself. But
well, he did. He did.
Oh, he did?
He did, but it was underground when he did it. But, you know, like I said, you know, back then, artists came out on major labels, so you would have control of what you're going to drop. So that's the beauty of being that's the beauty of being underground. We want to drop 7 in one day. We drop 7 in one day.
Yeah. 7 quality. I mean, it's just
right.
You know, phenomenal. High octane lyrics, energy. One of my favorite tracks is Brain Reaction. That song is just nuts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, and then Flash Backwards is one of my favorites too, because the last verse, for those of you that haven't heard that one, the dude's going back in reverse in his life till he's not even a thought in his parents' mind. I mean, that's just so creative. You know, it makes you envision that. You know.
Well, just imagine you grew up with with K. You know, we sat around the house before they even hit the studio. You know, it's like, you know, we came up with, we wrote a rhyme. Hey man, let me call Nip. Hey man, how this verse sound? So we had to get approval from everybody when we used to do songs like that. So we heard it before, you know, even hit the studio.
Wow, that's amazing. I have the pleasure, you know, doing what I do. I have the pleasure of having artists, you know, send me tracks from time to time, and you know, they get my opinion on it and whatnot. That means the world to me. But to be able to hear some of that stuff before it even comes out, we had Sibo on the show. Sibo let us play a song that he didn't even drop till about a year or so after he was on the show. And I was like, oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy. But
Sibo. Steve will be here in I think another month. Him and Spice One and Street Military. They all got a concert together.
Oh man, that's gonna be sick.
Yeah, I heard about that. Oh man, I'm hoping that comes up my way. Yeah, I heard about that shit. Oh.
I can't wait for it.
What about you, man? What about you? Y'all touring anytime soon, man? Coming out east or anything like that?
Well, it's kind of crazy because it's like when we did the overseas thing, I didn't go at the time, and most time it's the fans that bring you down. It ain't the club owners. The club owners are wishy-washy these days because if they ain't hearing you on the radio, the new promoters. I ain't gonna say the old ones because the old ones I already know. That's why we still eating because the old ones, not the new ones. And then, for the most part. It's the fans that's bringing us down. The fans are the promoters now.
Yeah, that's how it is up here, man. Like I used to book at a venue like 15 years ago, and I just recently tried to do some things. And what they do now is they pretty much just rent the venue out. Like if I hit a venue up, like I want K-Rino is looking for a Pittsburgh date, they'll be like, all right, we'll give us $300. And you work, promote it, you do all that. So, yeah, it is. Right. You're right, man. That happens a lot now. Like, it's more or less just, fans of the artists that want them in their city, and they bring them on.
Yeah, well, the club on the fast money, man. They don't respect what's actually going on because they using us because if
I think a lot of people in charge are just in it for the money. They don't really care about the music. They don't care about any of that shit. They're just in it for the money, and that's what the problem is. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't give a fuck who's playing on their stage. They just want money. You know what I mean?
It's all the dollar got to turn before they can do anything. And they probably don't even know who you are, but if they heard you making money, they gonna bring you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's definitely the game has definitely changed. That's for sure. One good thing is though the fans care enough to want to be able to bring their favorite artists out and do it when these promoters won't. So shout out to all the fans. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, that's what we all are. If we love hip hop and we love the music, we're a fan of the stuff. So shout out to everybody that supports it and keeps this real stuff going. Murder One, I want to thank you for coming on the show tonight. You gave us nothing but dope music to play. I really appreciate you, man, and thank you for joining the archive, man. I can't believe we didn't get you in sooner. But you know us, we're trying to interview about 20,000 other motherfuckers, so it's going to be, it's just good to have you in the archive, man, real talk.
Well, I appreciate, like I said again, when I came on, I appreciate y'all just giving me the chance and opportunity to do what I do for being in this thing over 30-something years, and to get a platform like yourself. Because, Nip, like I said, I know Nip on all the time. He always calling me, I'm going to be on Murder Master Music, okay? And so, it's stuff with people like you and your crew, man, that keep us doing what we're doing. Well, I tell you what, Murder One, you're welcome. Anytime you drop something, you got some artists, you always got a platform over here, man. Real talk, homie. Yeah, appreciate that, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, Murder One, for real. It's an honor to talk to you, man, for real shit. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Man, I appreciate it. Like I said, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm a brother like y'all, man. It ain't for me anymore, for the people that listen to me. Yeah. That's real talk, man. That's real talk. And salute to you for that because there's so many artists, that put out dope music over the years, and then they kind of faded away, man. And you wonder, like, man, when are they going to put out an album? Like, when we have DJ Ready Red on, he's on the show all the time. And we always tell him, man, you, Box, and Johnny C need to do something. You know what I'm saying? We want to see that so bad. I want to see another 2 Live Crew album so bad. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff, that you want to see happen before. It's on the bucket list. It's like, come on. Yeah, I was Box last week, man. He mentioned stuff like that. But it's Red back I think Red in New Jersey somewhere, Box back here. I think Raheem up there in New Jersey somewhere also. So it's everybody kind of grown doing the family thing, and I think it's kind of hard to get together to do something like that, especially this time. And like I said, a lot of cats came out where the label controlled everything. So when you start doing it yourself, it can beat you if you ain't ready for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, time consuming, like you said, family. Oh yeah, I feel it for sure. But it's good to know that there's dope music out there and guys are still doing it, and what I'm saying, we're gonna keep supporting it. And man, thanks again for coming on, Murder One. Appreciate you.
Man, yes, appreciate you and the whole Murder Music. Sorry, man, I'm half asleep. Murder Master Music Show, man, for giving me my chance and opportunity to spit with my fans and your fans, and now we all got fans.
Hell yeah.
Salute, bro. Salute.
Stay in touch, man. Stay in touch.
And I gotta tell you what we're gonna do. We heard some dope music from Murder One. We're gonna keep it SPC tonight, man. We're gonna go into this track right here by Brother Nip, Court Case. Man, that's what I'm talking about. We heard nothing but dope music tonight, fellas. I'm telling you. Shout out to the homie Murder One. He came through. It was real good to be able to hear his story and chop it up with him, man. And I want to thank you guys for participating, as always.
All day, UGS for life.
This is what we do. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow we go to Memphis. Legendary producer, pioneer out of Memphis, DJ Zerk. Lock him in the trunk. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be a dope show. Looking forward to that. Again, shout out to the homegirl Princess Ann Creed for the heavy promotion she's been doing. Shout out to everybody that's supporting what we're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Fago Lovers, man. Shout out to Fago Lovers.
Yeah, even Fago Lovers, man, they hooked us up about the show we're doing with Twisted March 6th. You know what I'm saying? They did a real nice write-up, told the history of the show and shouted out the other shows on UGS Radio. You know what I'm saying? Underground Saturday Night, The Slaughter Hour, and Church of Reality. You know what I'm saying? Even Skinny Man on the Ramp coming soon.
I read that little article,
good write-up, man.
Oh, they mentioned Saturday night, Church of Reality. They mentioned everything, man. Had a nice little write-up, man. That shit was dope, man.
Oh, yeah. It's good to be recognized for what we're doing, too, fellas, because, at the end of the day, we're 5 years into it. We just completed episode 363, and we provide a platform for hundreds and hundreds of artists, you know what I'm saying, that normally won't have a platform, unfortunately. So I'm glad we're able to do something positive like that inside the industry.
It's cool to see people that it's cool to see people that, like they have their own thing going on and they're doing well. Like Fago Lovers, man, like they do a great job. Even if you're not into the stuff that they cover, like they still do a hell of a job. You know what I mean? Like they do great interviews, they write good CD reviews, all that shit. You know what I mean? So like even if you're not into the artists that they cover, you still got to take your hat off to them, man, because, they started out as just some little website, you know what I mean? And it turned into something big, you know what I'm saying? Like they're one of the most respected websites in that era, in that genre. So, like, to see them.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. They're one of the people holding down the different sections of the underground, and they might cater more towards, the darker stuff. You know what I'm saying, where we cater towards that as well, but, we mix a little thing in there. But what they do, they're great at what they do. You know what I mean? And they keep their people and their audience happy. So shout out to Fago Lovers. Shout out to the fools over in So Hip Hop, man. Again, I can't stress how important it is. A lot of people like, oh, you write an article for So Hip Hop, what the hell are you doing? You got to understand, the majority of the stuff that they have on that site is this new age stuff a lot of us can't get into. So what we're doing now, by me writing my little column over there, we're showcasing the Murder Master Music Show and its guests. You know what I'm saying? So we now have another platform to where we can talk about the K-Rinos and the SPCs and, you know what I'm saying, these other guys out here doing stuff. And I want to shout out to them for letting me have creative control over that. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, when they want you to write for them, they want you to conform to what they're doing. Over here, they're letting me do what I want. So shout out to So Hip Hop too. You know what I'm saying?
That's important too, man. That's important that you do that, man, because there might just be some people that they don't really know how to find certain artists and stuff like that, and they're not really, into the underground like we are. You know what I'm saying? So when they go on some pop,
kind of got our
stuff, they're not like too thrilled about
realm.
it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's important. Yeah, the mainstream. I mean, you know us. We are definitely anti-mainstream because what I'm saying. And we stand for lyricism. We stand for dope music from around the world, different styles that need to be heard. You know what I'm saying? But at the same token, if we can break through and maybe turn some people on that have been listening to that dumbed down ADD music, as JT Money calls it, maybe they can come in and say, oh, man, let's check out this new Klondike Cat record, or let's check out this new T-Rock song. Maybe we could turn them on to some people, and that's the good thing about what we're doing. So this platform is great on many levels. I want to thank everybody that makes it happen, all you guys, everybody on the panel. I want to thank all the listeners, you know what I'm saying, that keep supporting us and keep listening to the show. We're gonna keep giving you shows, man. We got shows lined up all week next week too. So you know what I'm saying, be on the lookout for shows every night next week. Other than that, man, we're gonna get out of here, man, the same way we went in, man. We're gonna you know what I'm saying, we're probably gonna exit out this motherfucker with an exit only track, man. What do you want to give them exit, man? I got 3 ones up here we haven't played in a minute. We got Operation Gateway, we got So Long, and we got I'll Remain Myself, man. You pick it, brother.